For this discussion board, I chose the article El Segundo is being sued by a black resident who alleges racial profiling by the police. This case is merely about a lawsuit against the El Segundo Police Department for racial profiling. It is said that the police have been targeting certain individuals around the area based on race, and the people are seeking compensation for those affected by this. So additionally, the people are demanding different changes in the police department's policies and their training to prevent such incidents from happening once again. And there are different types of goals to address the systematic issues within the police department's practices in the El Segundo Police Department. The encounters which are being talked about are a visit to a 46 years old African American male's home in El Segundo in the early morning hours by police officers. Another one was with Mr. Puckett, who was visited or at least stopped twice by El Segundo Police Department officers within 2 months. There has been several other incidents with Mr. Puckett, which is why he himself is suing. The first incident, if you look at the article, does state that outside Puckett's home, shortly after midnight, the police questioned him about a car driven by a friend of Mr. Puckett's that was registered with stolen plates. Another incident was that he was stopped because a officer noticed that his license plate light wasn't working properly, and a photo was taken by Mr. Puckett to appear and show that the light was working properly and was displaying the license plate visibly. The officer then questioned and asked Mr. Puckett for his name and personal details. Puckett did accuse the officer of pulling him over due to his race. Shortly after writing his information, the officer thanked Mr. Puckett for his cooperation and then left. A second time in 2 months, Mr. Puckett was deeply distressed, he stated, and unable to sleep. They're using that statement of Mr. Puckett's in the lawsuit. It was also stated that in the article, the city of El Segundo is not wanting to agree to discontinue their practices that they have. When doing so would impact public safety at a time of its rising crime. The article also states that Mr. Puckett's lawyer, I believe, said it is a final effort to hold the city accountable for its unlawful conduct and to end racial profiling in the El Segundo County. This case is directly related to our studies due to it being a real life example of the different types of issues that have been learning in class as racial profiling can be manifested in the police practices that we have now. It does impact the whole community of the El Segundo area. The lawsuit against the El Segundo Police Department highlights the systematic nature of racial profiling, which we have been learning in Module 2, Chapters 5 and 7, or we've been learning similar things to racial profiling and the sort of corruption in different police departments. I feel that the need for a policy reform or some sort of training to address these different types of issues, which does align with our topic that we are speaking of in chapters 5 through 7, should be a must. I believe that is it that I have to discuss about this article.